Alrighty, thank you for the short delay. Unfortunately, Marion had to get their players in line, so we are going to be starting at 12:30. Thank you for tuning in. I'm John. This is my partner Evan, and we are really excited. Again, we're playing Marion today to our first game of the season.
Exactly, yeah. Last week was going to be our first game of the season, but it was unfortunately delayed. Or was it delayed or forfeit?
It was postponed because Defiant unfortunately pulled out of Valorant.
That is correct. So yeah, today marks our inaugural game for the 2022 Valorant season.
Absolutely. And comparing to see how we ended last season, I'm really excited to how we can kick off this season.
Yeah, last season, for those who don't know, we were runner-ups for the championship game that was played live in Columbus at the Game Arena building. It was a lot of fun, definitely. If we make it back to the postseason, you got to come check it out in person. It's a sight to behold, and the energy in the room was absolutely incredible.
Absolutely. And we did lose some pieces from our last season. We definitely lost Cracked and Titan, two pivotal people from last season, but we have brought on some extreme talent this submission.
Exactly, yeah. We also lost one of our players. Unfortunately, was in a car accident and was unable to play.
Yeah.
It is on the way to recovery, thankfully. So, but we'll be out for the rest of the semester. But we are bringing back some pretty key players, some which were a staple of the varsity squad. We have Arrow coming back here, and then some players who are kind of taking a more active role. We have Benny Baby coming on. He was seen a couple times in games last season, and also our captain for the season, Breno. I think he was
in the varsity roster last year. He was our IGL and continuously being our IGL for this season.
Mm-hmm. And with them coming back, we've got a pretty stable base from a lot of the players last season. And yeah, as you said, we're bringing in some exciting new talent this year. So we're really hoping to see how they kind of mesh this first game and see if their extended, training period has paid off for them.
Absolutely. And as again, we're going almost into the bans and picks. So we'll have to see what we pick. We'll be right back.
can just set it to tournament mode.
Yeah, he sent to tournament mode and Icebox.
Alrighty, as we go into the agent select, we already see 4 agents just auto-locked by Tiffin. We see the Sova, the Viper, as I was talking about. We have Mosey on that chamber, and a KO, and looks like we're hovering over a Sage. Looks like Marion has gone for both a Jet and a chamber, going for more duelist-esque type, where Tiffin is going for more utility. Yeah, we have. Alright, as I said, Marion just locks in Sage, Jet, Fade, Chamber, and Viper. I see this being very control-y. We have only a Fade to get information, where Tiffin on the other side has both the KO knife and the dart.
Yeah, as you said, looking at these team comps here, definitely a slower going comp. You're going to be wanting to rely heavily on your triple controllers here, which is, or sorry, two sentinels here with your singular controller. Looking at it here, picking up the Viper and Sage, pretty standard for an Icebox comp. Initiator going with the KO, great for getting that info and, you know, laying down entry. Although it looks like you're not really going to have a strong entry presence without any duelists on this team. But, you know, without the duelists and all the force that this double controller offers, you're not really going to be looking to create space in a fast way, you know?
Yeah, but especially with us being on the defense, we don't have to play aggressive. They need to aggress into us, get into our sites, so we can play off of this Sage Wall utility, this Chamber Trip, the Viper Wall, which is placed really well by Arrow. As we seem like we're having a 3 on A, so it might be a most heavily contested spot. But as we see, early knife going on to B, doesn't catch anyone, we might getting information that they're on A.
Yeah, and pretty standard for teams here to push A first round. You know, it's a bit of an easier site to take with these pistols. So with Arrow on the other side of the map, kind of anchoring down, he's going to be wanting to pick up rotations here once they notice that they got people pushed in.
And we already see the Sage Wall goes down. Oh, just barely misses that Fade. And as we said, they're just playing it really slow, probably waiting for an opening. And the first shots are exchanged for this 2022 season.
Absolutely, yeah. And as we're seeing here, Tiffin playing this perfectly, really waiting for their opponent to make the first move. They don't need to aggress here at all. They don't need to try and push anything. They just want to sit back and hold, especially with all the utility they've got here. That Viper Wall creating the toxic screen there to, you know, really hold any aggressive pushes. And it looks like
Marion might be rotating to B.
Yeah, they definitely noticed all the defensive measures they had in place and decided, you know what, it's probably best for us to...
This Sage is by herself. Really weird positioning. Pushing up, especially going upon that, not knowing that site was clear. Might have thought we all rotated off to B, but that forces Marion having to push us really aggressively.
And Arrow being smart here, not over-rotating before his time, being the holding force here, getting
nice
a great
headshot. Headshot onto that Fade, and again the Sage is down, so no healing as we get Mosey with another pick onto the Jet. 3v5 retake, and again Fade is one shot. Mosey with another
taking an early lead here. 3 kills. Benny Baby picking up the
goes
4th.
down to 4v1.
And Tiffin with a clean retake, you know. Even though they didn't have that toxic screen or the Sage wall, just the outmanning the enemy team there really allowed them to take the space and defuse without a problem.
Absolutely, and again, that Sage just not helping her team. Probably thought, again, they all rotated away. Maybe thought she could have gone on the flank or call everyone back to A, but just gets herself out of position into our 3 players. And again, nice positioning, as we do see a buy coming out for Tiffin, hoping with those lesser guns to take another round.
Yeah, like you said here, assuming a team wins the first round, you want to be buying up so that you have the gun advantage here and can hopefully carry that momentum into even more round wins. Looking at our positioning here, we have 2 players on B this time, expecting maybe a split or a type of default. 2 players on A, and Chamber there holding the mid.
Looks like Chamber does get suppressed by that knife, but they don't know if he's going mid or coming into A. So playing it slow, not wanting to give them guns, not over-aggressing. This is really smart by Tiffin.
Yeah, it looks like Arrow there saw somebody B main. Smart decision to not try and hold that closer angle. Rotating off with the Viper smoke there to try and stall any presses, but it looks like enemy team Marion here is not wanting to go to B and is again opting to put more presence there on the A side.
Absolutely, and we'll see if they want to go for more fake plays, because they went for one last round on their pistol. We'll see if they do that on their save round, basically. But I don't think they're... with that fade eye coming in, I don't think... they're starting to commit. But we'll see if Tiffin can flash over.
All this info gathering...
Oh, what a dart! Hits 4 people! Oh, but two our Tiffin guys do go down.
And with that info coming out, it's a clear sign that Tiffin needs to start rotating, you know, making sure their guys get on site before plant goes down, or at least close enough to when plant goes down that they're able to respond in due time.
There we go.
Great kills out of Denji there, 1 out of Breno.
We were holding her. Okay, we do lose two off of our bonus, off of our advantage, but we do clean it up. I was a little scared there when we went down 2, but we do able to clean it up. So this is where you're going to see Tiffin carry the guns they have over, not buy, and Marion probably will buy into us by the rifles, and we'll try to see if we can take as many as we can down with us.
And looking at this pre-round setup here, Marion is showing a lot of heavy presence toward B. I'm guessing they're going to want to try and mix it up here after pressing A unsuccessfully, I guess, sort of 2 times here. They pressed it early that first round, but then swapped over late into the first round. And yep, as we see here, putting a lot of presence B. Only the Chamber here to hold down the fort while his rest of his team is A, expecting that A push. Just barely showing. And as he sees the enemy player, he knows to back off, wait for the rest of his team, and not try and do anything too aggressive.
Yeah, especially because his chamber TPs were not placed in the best location to be TP'd the way he'd be in the middle of the enemy. Spike goes down, we will see a 5v5 retake.
And hopefully this is exactly what Tiffin's been training for. As you mentioned earlier, let's see if their training will be executed well here. Shock darts coming out, trying to get that poke damage. Ooh,
peeks out a little bit too much and goes to go down. You do see another great dart coming out from Breno, hitting 3 of us, but Mosey goes down.
Good headshots out of Arrow there. Gets 2.
Almost 3.
Marion taking 3 there. Definitely great for them. But this is to be expected. We had our extra guns from the previous round. We were pushing into full rifle buy. So honestly, not a huge loss. We still have the round advantage, and our money is up, which means we're able to full buy here coming into this 4th round.
Absolutely, and again, you'll probably see a lower buy out of the 2 people that did die from Marion, because they probably don't have the eco from the 2 rounds they previously lost. As I do see a Spectre, that's probably not too ideal. You don't get that clean 1-tap from across the map like a Vandal and sometimes a Phantom.
Marion going for, looks like a pretty fast B here. Arrow with his Viper utility trying to slow that push down to give his team time to rotate. It looks like he's doing a pretty good job of that.
Yeah,
that one-way smoke, or sorry, that long smoke there, making it a bit harder to swing that angle.
The fade haunt does come out clear back of yellow, but if you saw at the beginning of the round, you did see a good 0 point or the knife come out from that KO, shutting people down, slowing them down, but it does look like our controller Arrow does get picked off first.
Unfortunate. He was holding that off angle there to try and pick somebody crossing, but it looks like enemy Jet was able to clear the angle safely and pick them off. Both our controllers down, or sorry, our controller down and one of our sentinels down. Not having the Sage gonna make it a bit harder to win a sort of drawn-out fight with no heals and no slows.
Does look like they're going to be rotating over back to A, but Denji in a really good spot to catch it. Let's see if he can catch anyone out. Oh, what a flashbang. Oh, it does get down. Jet nicely dodges that.
Just peppering with bullets there, but not securing a kill. 2 players to Marion's 5. This is going to be a very hard retake. Brano able to pick one off. But
Spike does come down.
Yep, Spike going down safely here.
Nice shot. And 2 people are low. This could be possible. Another good shot. Jet is super low here. See if anything can be done.
Looking at their post plant setup, it's going to be really hard for Mosey to clear out both their Jet holding there at long range and the what looks like a chamber.
Yeah, but he can probably defuse that without the Jet picking her.
Ooh, risky play by Jet. Had to get that different angle. I think she realized that that bomb was not planted for her.
Oh, he just barely misses the timing on that chamber. On a 1v1. Ah, but it does go down. But that was a really nice play from Tiffin. Getting 3 at least.
Yeah, definitely making it a bit harder on their economy there. Fortunately not able to clutch the round out, but it was great effort by Mosey. But with that economy going down, it's going to make it a bit better for us when it comes to what kind of guns Marion's going to be able to buy.
And it does look like we were going for an eco round, meaning we're probably going to buy sheriffs, lesser guns, build up our eco a little bit. Wouldn't surprise me if I see Mosey does have his ultimate. That operator is super oppressive, super strong, will come out, and maybe even the jet knives on Marion's side too. As I just said, the chamber ult does get popped, holding it onto rafters.
And this is perfect as Marion pushes onto A. They're going to be right into sight lines here for the chamber ult.
Just one peek, and that's all it needs. No. Just, the timing.
Kind of dancing around. They definitely saw the shoulder there.
Nice shot. That's a huge pick. Does miss the flick, but he's already done his job. It's a 4v5 already. Back off. Probably get the Sage heal.
Denji coming
good shot
in
from
with
Denji.
the flank. Good headshot with the...
Oh, I didn't even notice. They're already on the flank.
Arrow's also there too, although it looks like unfortunately he's not going to be able to pick one up. Clearing out the 2 from the flank is going to open up a lot of space for Marion, and it looks like they're going to be opting to fall back, go to B, reset, and hope that the chamber isn't able to rotate in time to hold them down with those remaining op shots.
Yeah, but because the Silver Dart does hit him, he knows, hey, come over, I need help. Good trade from there to 2v2. Runs out of op shots, but again, they have certainly done their job.
Tag the Sage there. Viper pushing in close.
Good, another trade. It goes into a 1v1 of the Sages. Benny Baby, known for these good clutches. Does see him. Nice shot and a thrifty round coming out from Tiffin.
Great trades coming in that round. You know, even after those unfortunate flank attempt, the trades are really what saved that round. Being able to be close enough to your partner to avenge them if they get downed really saved that round for them.
Absolutely, and again, you saw great shots coming out from Mosey there on that operator. Gets 2 picks during that, but this is where we're going to see Marion with a huge ult advantage. Probably seeing a Viper's Pip coming out if they get the plant down, or a Sage Res if they see someone unfortunately dying.
Thankfully, we do have one of our own ults to counter that a little bit at least. KO with the null command, I believe is what it's called.
Yes, it is. Jet knives do get popped. He sees him through it. Oh, he just barely misses him. The nice shot from the Jet there catches him out as he TPs.
I think the op dropped in a more favorable position though, which is good for us. Means that someone is going to be able to pick it up.
Good trade out.
Great by Breno.
And that's in a pretty bad spot. I don't think the Sage can res that unless she walls herself up there. And there's the Viper's Pet does come out, but a good kill. So the Sage was just standing out in the middle of nowhere, in no man's land. And a Viper, and what a molly from Denji. These are some of the new. This is some of the talent we were talking about.
Denji picking up 2.
And can you get a 3rd? No, but he immediately gets traded out. Yeah, and again, as we were talking about these young talent, Denji, and Mosey just coming out, showing an absolute showcase on that chamber and KO.
Great utility usage by Tiffin there. As we saw, the KO Molly able to pick out one, along with the great use of trading by Breno. And, you know, Breno really showing his control with the Phantom Spray there, being able to get the crucial headshots that his team needed to win that round.
Yeah, and as we saw, like, the op was dropped, but I think it might have been resecured by our Tiffin squad, because I think Chamber does have another operator.
Marion opting to go for an A push here. Tiffin expecting it, putting 3 of their players there.
Chamber ult does come out from Marion. We'll see if they can do anything with it, because we saw how pivotal the Chamber ult was on the defense. Let's see how aggressive he can be on the offense. Oh, this will be a Chamber off. Just barely missed that shot, and he's... Ooh, what a shot. Takes the op down. And the spike. He can just hold that. He can just hold the spike.
That lack of sound isn't going to bother him because he's got full sight lines, nothing obstructing his view.
Nice shot. Nice spray.
Good kill through the smoke by Benny Baby. And with this lack of players and the clear sightlines of the spike, it's going to be very hard for Marion to make any sort of play happen here.
Yeah, and again, with the spike down being right there, he has to go and pick it up into his sightline. Does go down. Did lose one person, but it didn't look like it was too bad of a loss.
No, an excellent round by Tiffin there. They committed some pretty big ultimates that Fatal used to often clear out a site and rush in aggressively. Was not able to do anything with that spike dropped in such an unfortunate location for Marion. Great shots by Mosey there to secure that round.
Yeah, and we definitely saw the 0 point come out, slow them down off of that Fatal, because I think that was the response for it, making sure they can't push in with heavy utility, and then again just spraying through a Viper wall or just picking out a little bit too much, and we will take advantage of that play.
Mosey going aggressive here with the Chamber TP, hoping to catch somebody mid, but it looks like nobody Marion's going to want to take that angle.
But he probably heard that shot from the Sage.
Absolutely.
Oh no. Oh, what a shot. And that takes away Res, the only extra piece of ultimate utility that Marion had.
Yeah, and that's going to be crucial for them trying to make any sort of disadvantage and advantage here. Not able to have that player come back is just going to put them at such a detriment for this round.
Yeah, and Denji does get caught out behind yellow, but honestly, he's in a pretty safe spot. I don't think they'll push him, especially with with Breno backing him up.
Marion playing pretty spread out, looking to rotate A this round. They're really going to have a hard time pushing into anything here with one player down, and they're going to have an even harder time holding it. Although they do have a controller up and another sentinel, but that Sage wall being able to block off passageway not being available, it's going to make their post plant quite a bit harder.
Yeah, but that was just smart play by Denji there. Throws that 0 point knife to clear out. Hey, there's no one in B main. They all rotated it, and as you see, Tiffin just immediately right over there to help her teammates.
Denji looking for a pop flash here. Ooh,
it was a little bit flash, before it. Nice shot. Mohi just putting on an absolute clinic with this operator, being pivotal with the shots.
Benny Baby taking down.
Oh no, the knife's caught out. Okay.
Big factor here. Breno on the flank, getting the spray.
Yo.
Great retake by Tiffin, losing a couple players in the process, but you know, with the numbers advantage, not going to make too much of a difference.
Absolutely, and again, as you saw, we did lose 2 people, but again, we definitely had it.
Picking up the op there, gonna give it to our Chamber again this next round. Saving a lot of money here. Looking at our economy, got a pretty good spread of money here. Although it looks like Marion's gonna be able to contest that, putting them at slightly lower in the long term, but able to buy this round. And if they're able to win, it's gonna put them in a good position. Although we still are maintaining a 4-round lead here, which is pretty crucial for us.
Yeah, and we still have those key ultimates, the Viper's Pit and the Sage Res, to where if the spike goes down, I would not be surprised if Arrow just ults on top of it. And again, if Marion loses this round, their economy is looking kind of low. Have to see into the game.
Marion going for a different strategy this round, opting to push the mid, hoping that Chamber's not going to be there. Picking up Denji here, going for a fast B.
Yeah, it's a mid to B. Does see the jet, misses the shot. Is planning on the high ground, so we'll see if we can take it off. Nice pick onto the Sage. Again, that takes away the res. He shoots his own chamber TP.
Looking at our rotates, Arrow going to be coming in late here. Maybe going to be able to catch up in the flank. Benny Baby taking out that Viper, which is going to be huge for getting these post-plant info.
Oh no, the res comes out. Nice covering from Arrow there. Covers the res, gets it off. Unfortunately dies, but again, Tiffin just putting on an absolute clinic, going up 7-2.
Benny Baby big on that round, picking up 2 kills and the res. Going to be great for our economy. Looks like we're going to be saving the up 2, so having that powerhouse of a weapon going to make it even harder for Marion to push on this lower buy here.
Yeah, and as I said, and as you just said, the lower buy, because Marion goes down there, oh, but it does look like they can buy. They were smart enough to save for next, but their economy is definitely looking really low. If they lose this round, this could be really bad.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with full buys now, they're not going to be able to buy next round at all, especially if they lose. Meanwhile, Tiffin's sitting pretty. They have quite the cash advantage here. Even if they lose, they're going to have no problem picking up full buy next round.
Absolutely, and the only thing I see for Marion advantage is those ultimates. Again, the Sage just holding it, but again, because she's died so quick. Oh, and a fight, I don't even get to talk. The fight already happens. Troy picks off Denji, but just trade it off right out from Breno in a 4v4.
There comes that res. Yeah, going to be huge there. Negating that kill that Breno just had.
Alright, let's see what I was talking about with these retakes. Because it looks like they're going to let the plant get down, and it's going to be a 4v5 retake.
Jet Knives are online, but I don't expect to see them out this round. You know, they definitely were going to want to save them for next if they lose. And with the man advantage, there's just no real reason to push an ult out at this point.
Yeah, and again, we'll have to see what Tiffin can bring away. We have been practicing hard with our retakes. Good start.
Good dark scan. Troy able to take out Mosey on the op there. That's going to open up a lot of space for them to play around.
But he does see the Viper through the wall, but their Viper picks him up. We do go down, but not a bad round. Got some ults out, but we'll see Tiffin. We will be able to buy back into it, so it's not too detrimental. This will be the second to last round, so it won't be surprised if we see more ults get submitted.
Absolutely. With the Sova ult online, it's going to be great for clearing out those long angles that we won't be able to get any info on. And Chamber Op, you know, always a game changer if used correctly. Though with the op buy coming out on Mosey, I doubt we'll see it. Probably going to use it for next round, especially if they lose. They're not going to have the money to buy an op and armor, so probably going to save that ult for next round.
We'll see. I saw the Jet at 0 credits, so definitely they're going to use their ult and buy armor if they lose this round. They're going all in on their money.
Marion playing pretty patient here. I think they want to kind of take it slow, not do anything too aggressive. They just went fast and hard the last 2 rounds, so it's, you know, smart on them for changing up their strategy. Tiffin
might see an op battle here. Oh, does see the bit of the gun, but has to give up the positioning because the missed shot right there. But honestly, he can just hold this nice position because they have to push into him, but because they know the chamber is there, they could be going right to B as they are.
No huge defensive utility to go on keeping B secured. Smart wall there. Even if they take this early space, it's not going to matter because the wall's going to cut them off. A cheeky little boost here, hoping to catch somebody off guard.
And the Jet just updrafts right into the hands of Benny. He does see the Viper, didn't see her.
Great kills out of Benny. This is going to be huge in delaying their push and giving Tiffin time to rotate over.
And again, we see 2 people going down. A third one for Benny.
He wants the ace.
He wants it. He's bloodthirsty, but does go down for it. But honestly, at a 4v2, I don't think Tiffin. There is a chance we could lose this. Oh no!
Key kills coming out of Tiffin, or coming out of Marion there. This is going to make this an even 2v2. Shot was crucial. Gonna be hard to miss that and push in with the op. Denji on the flank here. I don't think they realized.
No, they don't, and they're gonna line up for him. They lined up right for that shot, but that looked really scary for Tiffin there.
Yeah, taking that space, they were getting aggressive there. Didn't pan out for them, thankfully. Denji on that slower flank was able to catch him off guard. I bet they thought he was gonna be coming through spawn or something. But you know, great hold by Benny, able to get 3 early. And really slow down that push.
Yeah, and we'll definitely see the ults getting committed here as we do see the chamber popping his ult. Wouldn't surprise me if you see a fatal be used being countered right again by that null command out from Denji here. But again, Tiffin just playing this really smartly, just not letting the over rotations get to them.
Yeah, looking at ult economy, Viper's put online, which will be crucial if they get to the post-plant stage. Before that, kind of a non-factor, honestly. Null command and the chamber op coming out here.
Yeah, the updraft, and with the Silver Drone attacking 2 people, they definitely know, hey guys, come to A, help is gonna be here. So it looks like they're not really, honestly, doing the best job of clearing off that key utility. Just like, again, as I said, with us having those double initiators, we have a lot more ability to find where people are. That said, the null command does come out in response to that fatal. And Tiffin just putting on an absolute clinic.
Yeah, with that null command out too, he's able to get a lot more aggressive, looking for those kills, and he's able to find them too. 3 kills out of Denji this round, able to pick up that 9-3 lead.
No, we all know the notorious 9-3 curse, but I don't think it'll be a problem. Tiffin looks really strong on the defense. I don't expect it to be any different on their offense. Especially with our team comp here, we can have a heavy commitment to B and just wallet, just Viper wallet and Sage wallet, just to hold the positioning, which I think Marion should have been doing a little bit more, but they kept trying to push A, push B, and then fake rotates. I think they should have committed to what their comp is really strong, which is space creation.
Absolutely. I mean, talk about space creation with that Viper there, and then the Jet. I mean, you've got your dash to get you in there, and you've got the speed to open up that space. And while Tiffin may be great at holding space, as we saw, a lot of time Jet was getting value off of that entry. Without a Jet on our side, we are going to be looking to play this slower, going to be, like you said, using our utility, cut up site, get the plant down, and play for the post plant. With that in mind, it looks like they're going to be holding side here. 2 members on Marion's side to hold that. They suspect it coming out, spraying through the wall,
getting dangerously low. I think some of the Sage was trying to flank through our spawn, but luckily that chamber trip does block it off. And as I was just saying, that good Sage wall just letting us get a free plant off. The first pick does go to Denji right there, and we'll have a 4v5 retake.
Spike planted in a really interesting spot. I like the use of the Sage wall to create a little barrier, that little cubby for the Spike to go. Typically you see it be planted a bit further on the Spike, but you know, with that wall there covering it up, it puts Marion in a very hard retake position to get access to that Spike.
More trades coming out, but with it being 2v1 to Tiffin, and with them knowing where she is and vulnerable, I don't believe, yeah, Tiffin can just mop them up, but it was pretty good. Marion just killing 4 of us.
You know, they might be able to take out 4 of us, but if they don't take out the 5th and get that Spike defuse, it's not going to matter. Tiffin, like you said, using their utility really well to cut up site there, get the plant down, taking that round expertly. Now we're going to be looking at buy up here. It looks like Viper's actually going to be forcing here as well. Nope, never mind. Yeah,
it goes against it. I don't think they should, because they're going to lose this round, most likely. Unless you see a random thrifty, random plays. That's 11-3. They need to win that next round. If they do not win the round after this, it'll be match point. Which then we'll have the gun advantage. So we cannot lose this. Like,
good spray by Benny, able to take out the enemy Sage. That's going to be pretty crucial. You know, not having that Sage utility due to
good vandal kill
is going to put him at a pretty big disadvantage.
Good flash there, almost goes down, but again, just having us killing like 4 immediately getting the plant down. Viper on the flank, but is going to get hit by that chamber trip. They now know where they is. Hear him
looking at the wrong angle, but it doesn't matter. Benny's covering his crossfire there.
Yeah. And a good flawless coming from Tiffin. This is the round that you have to win as Marion. If they lose this, they lose gun advantage, and honestly, the map may be over.
And looking at this ult spread here, TU with that res online, meaning they're going to be able to pick up one of their players if need be, which could be the deciding factor, honestly.
Yeah, they say it gets really scrappy 3v2. Betty could just res one back in, giving us an advantage. So let's see how Tiffin plays this. And again, as I said, this team comp, both at Marion and Tiffin, is a favorite for B, which again, I was surprised that Marion was not favoring this B side.
Able to pick up one on the drone. They know Jet's playing backside. I'm not surprised if they suspect somebody behind yellow here.
Chambers, he saw it, but does go down.
He did,
but
unfortunately.
does go down, but again forces him out to 4v1, and there comes the res, pushing into a 5v5 again.
Dart picking up the chamber there. They know
Does
that
see
Jet's
the
still
Jet.
backside. Marion opting to hold a little bit further back. I think they're gonna want to just wait for the retake and not try and play too aggressive. Although, as I said, that they do come out with 2 picks, gonna be a lot harder for Tiffin to make something happen here. A lot harder for Tiffin to make something happen here.
Yeah, and again, I think we're just gonna play it slow, try to go for picks, take as many as we out, take as many out as we can, just to make it hurt their economy even more. But I think this round will go into the hands of Marion most likely.
Yeah, with only 30 seconds on the clock, Tiffin needs to commit to something here, and without those 2 large space-making agents, it's going to be hard to do. Marion pushing up a little bit, seeing if they can get any picks on the rotate, but not looking to A side, so Fade's going to be coming out here. On the flank, it looks like.
Get the plant down, so we will get that money, but definitely looks like we... Oh, as I'm saying, we get 2 more. This is a 3v2. This could go in the way of Tiffin. We do have that plant down. We'll see if Tiffin has a good advantage in their post plant.
With null command online, they do have an ult at their disposal.
Nice shots.
Picking up another one. And
Pops,
there it is.
There's the null command. Makes it where they have no utility, so they can't just Viper smoke and then defuse. He hits the spike. Does go down. 30 HP. This is going to be really risky.
Good flash there, but Fade able to take him out.
Yeah, but
Valiant effort by Tiffin. They definitely wanted to try and secure that round.
Yeah.
Used a lot to try and do so, but unfortunately did not pan out for them. Now,
no, but we do see it's just that was a heavy economy damage from Tiffin. We killed 3 of them, so they're going to be on a lesser buy. As we see sheriffs, we see some other lower... never mind. Looks like Tiffin's going for full, and actually, yeah, Marion, just their economy is really low. This could be in the favor of Tiffin here.
Yeah, I mean, look at their buys. It's all over the place. Heavy armor and a pistol, light armor and a deagle out of 1, rifles and light armor for some, and rifles and full armor for others. Alt economy looking fairly well for Marion as we see Jet's ult almost online, same with the Sage. Unfortunately for Tiffin, doesn't look like anything is going to be close for them.
Yeah, let's go with those 2 ultimates we did see come out really early. It looks like we may be going for a fake here. Marion realizes that our wall comes down pretty fast on B, but look at the spike. There's a free A. If Tiffin realizes this, they can get a free plant here.
And they're going to need to move fast, because I think sooner or later Marion's going to realize, uh-oh, they're not going B. Our A is wide open. They have a lot of agents who can hold that space that they've left open. And, you know, with the knife coming out, I think they realize, hey, nobody's here. We can push in. We can secure our site.
And here comes the plant. Yeah.
This match point online. This
is a really smart play from Tiffin, getting a free site. Let's see if they can hold it.
Spike down here soon, or else Marion's gonna have a chance to open up that space with that Jet again.
And again, we're going to a 5v5 retake. Nice shot out from the Jet, taking out Benny Baby. We'll have to see what Tiffin can do. It does look like Denji took a lot of poke damage. This could be bad for Tiffin.
Reno in a nice position, able to get anybody who drops down and doesn't clear him.
Oh no, oh no.
And as I said, he picks up 2, 3.
Picks up 3. Here he goes for the 4. Can he go for the ace?
Don't think he realized his spot.
You know his CT. You know his CT.
Oh,
and the ace! Oh my gosh, from Breno!
Great positioning there, great gunplay. Well-deserved ace out of Breno. And that puts them at only 1 round win off of a game point here. Or, sorry, of a game win.
Yeah, and what a play coming out from our IGL Breno. Just being absolutely pivotal. And again, we see a low buy coming out from Marion. They're going to have to really struggle and claw their way back into this game.
Now, the one thing that Marion does have at their advantage here, Fatal only 1 point off, Res online, which is going to be big. If they do not clear out the Sage or get the Res kill, it could go in the way of Marion, but you know, the buys again all over the place.
What a shot from Denji.
Got a Denji, just what we needed.
They do see the Sage, and what's plus with having us that Hunter's Fury. Oh, another one goes down. I think Marion might be falling apart a little bit. Good molly to clear out that Viper.
Great molly. Right to the
damage, yeah.
She was falling back to.
Falling down, hits him through the box. 2v and now it's a 1v5. Their chamber has to just go just sicko mode just to clear out everyone. And they hit the
Will we see a
trip
double
too.
ace here? I'm doubting it, honestly. I mean, we have sub online.
Oh
They
no!
know exactly
Oh
where
no!
it's at.
Oh
Breno picking up 3 that last round. Great play out of Tiffin. Definitely can see the work that we've put in for this map. I'm excited to see how we look going into this second game.
Absolutely, and again, Tiffin was looking really strong, just clearing sites, realizing Marion knows what we want to do. Let's change it up. Let's have some fresh, new ideas. We can do like really good strategies coming out from Tiffin. And again, Marion on their attack, just not playing to what their comp is good at for. Their comp is very good at cutting off that B site, getting the plant down with that Sage Wall. But they seem to really commit to A and really like going there, or putting utility in A and going B. But it looked pretty telegraphic from Tiffin. We were just able to hard punish it. Alright, as our teammates are taking 5, going to the bathroom as they need to, will be going to us. But honestly, that game was great. Tiffin just playing absurd, and we saw the first ace of the season from Breno.
Exactly, in our first game of the year, that's gotta feel fantastic. You know, we see him convening outside, gonna have that short team talk, you know, really hammering home the points of here's what we did well, here's what we might need to work on. Going into the second map, I think, you know, our players are flying high. I'm guessing here that they're going to carry this momentum and absolutely crush the second game. As they
Absolutely.
did that first one.
And Icebox being a map we may have been practicing, but I definitely know playing with them. Ascent, if this is the next map, has been one we've been hammering really hard, knowing our lineups, knowing our strategy, knowing our utility placement. So I'm really excited to see what they have to have for us today.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, and props to Marion. They did try and adjust their strategies. They had some good moments there. You know, I think they knew what they wanted to do with their comp, but a lot of the times it just seems Tiffin had an answer, whether it be through better gunplay, better utility usage, better communication, or teamwork. Tiffin just coming out on top.
Absolutely, and well, I'm really excited to see more out of Denji and Mosey, again, being our 2 newest players on the team. They were putting on absolute just shows, just putting perfect, good utility, good shots, missing a little bit on the operator, but hey, we're all not perfect. We're all
Exactly, and you know, and that's gonna get better with time. This is game 1, you know, nerves are on, and you know, they only have up to go, really. And like you said, these are 2 new players to the team. They've only been here for a couple of weeks, and we can already see the synergy coming out. We can already see how strong this team is, how comfortable this team is with each other. Really, growth is what we're looking for here the rest of the season. And if this is any indicator of where our starting point is, I can only imagine where our team is going to go from here.
Absolutely, and I'm really excited because next week our game is against ONU, and as you may know, we did lose to them into the playoffs. They did clinch that #1 seat. We'll have to see if we can come back and beat them.
Yeah, definitely. That is going to be a game to watch. I had no idea we were playing them so early in the season. It's kind of going to be a trial by fire. We know ONU is good. I don't know how many players they've retained since last season, but if their school has been able to pick up players anywhere near as strong as last season, it's going to be a fight for our lives for sure.
Absolutely, and we'll be right back as we'll reconvene during the agent selects. Alrighty, as we go into our map ascent, we are going to the edge select. We do see the tipping bringing out that Sova, that Omen, the Jet. We're hovering over that Killjoy, and we have the Denji on the KO again. We do see Marion bringing out a similar, actually a not similar comp. We have a Chamber Jet, Fade hovering over a Sova and a Brimstone.
Select your agent.
And I feel like that Brimstone is going to be very powerful, considering that Omen only has 2 smokes, and they're going to have a lot of map control with that. So it's going to be very interesting to see them play against each other with this.
I predict a really fast and aggressive, because Brim can just throw down that stim beacon and they can just run into his site. I feel like they're really strong at A, but we definitely saw from last game, they didn't really use their comp to the fullest, so we'll have to see what their strategy to beat our setup here is.
Right, and I feel like with the Brimstone smokes, they're gonna have to commit off of their Brimstone smokes because they don't have as many. So it's gonna be interesting to see their pushes and how they go about these.
And that's a really good point, because Brimstone being the only agent that can't refresh his smokes, Omen, the one that we have on Tiffin, he gets a smoke every 30 seconds, so he can place down smoke after smoke as to recharge. But Brimstone, he only gets 3. He has to put them down, and then he can't do anything else.
Yeah, they're going to have to commit off of those Brim smokes, which is going to be challenging to see for them. But it looks like right here they're going to go for a B push.
Yeah, pushing into a Killjoy, so we'll have to see what Benny Baby, who put on a really good map on the Icebox, and put onto that Killjoy.
And it looks like they're going to get a pick off.
First shot onto Troy. And early fighting, just like how last map. And they see the...
And it looks like there's a lot of mid control coming from TU.
Again,
Getting
just
3 picks.
looks like Marion just over peeking a little bit, just not... and the fight's already over.
Fight. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like Brimstone was using on the iPad, just looking at his smokes, not aware he's open to that Jet.
And it's just the aggression that comes from this push through mid. This push through mid was very vital in scoring that round, just because, you know, they immediately got about 3 picks off just from that push. And it's just amazing to see how much mid control can really force the other team to really just get slaughtered.
Absolutely, and because you and I have played against these players, you know how oppressive Mosi can be on that Jet.
Right, and Denji on the KO. I mean, he's just a
and
rabid
there it is,
person.
Mosi just in the first shot. Marshall being, in my opinion, one of the best guns in a eco, because he can do 1 shot.
It looks like that little bit of armor saved him.
Yeah,
It's a smart move by Mosey.
yeah, and again, because the Marshall does 101 damage to the body anywhere, and typically if you lose the pistol, you don't buy anything, you don't buy armor, you're at 100 health, you can be 1 shot. This is one of the best guns to use in a pistol, at least in my opinion.
And this is a little odd seeing the Brimstone kind of go off by himself into mid. But maybe he's trying to get some smokes down. It looks like he's going to try and peek this Marshall. And he's still undetected.
Yeah, but he's right there. He has to go into the sideline.
And Moji's going to get the kill.
And that's their smoker. So no matter what, even had smokes, they have to get really aggressive and just go for playmaking.
They do. And it looks like Moji's going to challenge this Marshall and is going to pick off Breno.
Yeah, but in a 4v2, and because of the Jet bot, she might not be enough for next rounds.
And it looks like this Fade's going to get caught off guard by our Omen.
He sees the gun.
And just a nice pick.
Nice shot from Troy. Troy being a really good highlight player onto this Marion team, but unless you can 1v5 a lot, I don't think it'll be very consistent.
Well, I mean, they got the picks. They definitely got their kills, and you know, it was a good attempt for them. They were trying to get control of mid, and ultimately it was just too oppressive with that Marshall.
Absolutely. And now we'll see into a round where, yeah, we'll see Marion buy into us. We'll see what they can do. Right now, all we're doing for is economy damage. If we can get as many kills as we can, just ruin their money and just snowball, or even if we win, this would be huge.
It looks like they're going to force some Vandals.
Looks like we're going for another mid aggression. Again, something that Tiffin is definitely known to be, just super aggressive through mid.
Looks like they're just going to have solo B. And it looks like Tiffin's going to push through mid and try and catch Marion off guard.
Yeah. And a good flash, and again that
And they're gonna
brimstone just
pick off
peeking
the
out a little bit too much.
Oh, and they're gonna trade that.
Yeah, but
Looks like
all
they're
the
gonna back
damage
off a little
onto...
bit.
Look at all the damage onto the Marion. Their Jet's half, Sova's half. This is great so far from Tiffin.
Looks like the Jet's low. They're still
Here's,
considering committing.
I mean,
They
with their
used all
brims...
brim smokes.
No, their brimstone's dead. They have no smokes to even commit. And they have to go into a really well-placed utility by Benny Baby here. I don't think they can push into B.
But looks like they're still gonna try.
Yeah, a little bit
And
of
that turret's gonna be really
indecisiveness.
dangerous for them considering how low health they are as well.
And there it is. They are rotating back to A, but look at the time frame. If something goes wrong, they're gonna have to commit. And just Marion just playing a little bit slow, but this could be really unfortunate for them. They get one gets caught out. Walking up, they hear him.
Off A.
Yeah, they hear him
And they're
walking
just gonna
up. So
full
this
push
is
A.
big.
It looks like Denji's gonna catch.
And there it is. Nice
Jet
shots.
off guard.
Yeah, and good shots in a 3v2. They might just back off and play for a 3v2 post plant, but no, they're coming in.
And there goes.
There it is.
Round.
What a win! Because this now gives Tiffin Vandals and Assault Rifles pushing Marion into a really bad economy location because they're going to come in with
Be
probably sheriffs. Mind you, Gunsight like it's still one tap, but not as consistently as your Assault Rifle, your Vandal, your Phantom.
Right.
Placing alarm bot. Nice and easy.
Looks like they're changing up the placement because Killjoy is now playing on A. This is a good idea. It looks like we might be going for some big aggression outside of B main. We are droning into it. Did mark the Jet. What a shot from Mosey. Another one. Oh my, this new player is so good. Oh, there's op shots here.
It's really interesting to see, and I think it's a really good idea that he's been on Chamber, just considering how often he pops off with an operator or his deagle shots. It's just very interesting to see him play.
Yeah, they cannot go B main here. They're just gonna get absolutely destroyed, and what a one-way from Arrow here, just slowing them down. If they peek this Jet most likely will hit his shot.
Right.
And again, they're just gonna have to rotate away. Looks like the Sova's running away. Marion just again being caught flat-footed.
And they're really anticipating that mid aggression. You can see them kind of just like camping around mid, just trying to get picks off. Looks like they're trying to default through here because they know that Tiffin is extremely aggressive to their mid pushes.
Yeah, but with them running, their Arrow on the Omen can definitely hear them coming through.
And they're just gonna have to full commit here.
Yeah, again, Marion with their time frame is just running really low.
And there goes Benny Baby.
My gosh.
And it looks like Air's also going to get this over, and that's a 1v4 situation.
Yeah, and I wouldn't surprise me if he runs in. Yeah, he has to run in. This is just absolutely beautiful plays by Tiffin here. Just coming in, hitting those op shots, making them flat-footed. Again, Marion needs to go play aggressive, play off of your entry with your Jet, your stim beacon from your Bram. But with Mosey just shutting them down over and over again, there's not much they can do.
Right, and if you kind of just take a look at how Tiffin played B and how they've been playing B the last 2 rounds, it's like they've kind of messed with their mental because they had Killjoy up there once, had it solo holding B, and then they had a 3-stack there. I mean, it's just confusing. I would be confused.
And it definitely looks like there's some aggression.
And it looks like they're gonna pick off Denji. It's gonna be a 4v5 situation when it looks like they're going to fully commit to A.
They may slow down a little bit, but I doubt it. It doesn't look like they're walking up. Does get seen and tagged out by the drone. Unfortunately, Breno does not have the ultimate, but is holding outside of this spot. They have to walk through that smoke. Let's see what they can do. And it looks like they're about to commit with those brim smokes.
And it looks like they're gonna give.
That was a really bad smoke there. That does not clear heaven at all from the. Yeah,
and
just
it's
walks
going to
through.
ultimately get the brimstone killed. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, it just was not able to place it properly onto that heaven, giving Denji or Mosey just perfect control and holding that Sova. Now they know he's there. He can knock it out.
And it's interesting because we're going to see this Jet push up their tree, and If she's lucky enough, she's gonna catch our Omen off guard.
Yeah, but luckily, again, with this great crossfire coming in from Arrow, I don't think she can do anything with it. Misses the shot and takes a lot of poke damage.
30 seconds left.
And there it is again with them being held
the
mid.
op.
Oh, Mosey with the operators just being so oppressive. There it is.
It's like it's going to be a 5-0 situation for now.
Yeah, a little bit. And again, started a little bit risky with Denji going down, but again, with a little bit of misplaced utility, Tiffin just pulling it through, just being absolutely instrumental and just destroying them.
Right, and we can see, you know, the other team is not necessarily pushing through as hard, and you know they can commit on to B or commit on to A, but you know ultimately with the utility usage not being properly placed, you know it is harder for them to commit to those pushes.
Yeah, but you do see the chamber ult does get popped out by Marion. We'll have to see, and the jet knives. But again, it's sort of a misplaced smoke. It
And
does, yeah.
you know,
Mosey did a little bit of an overpeak, but we'll see if they can trade it off onto the jet, who is running through.
and Jet's
Troy, their jet player is definitely one of the best players on the team, but it is immediately equaled out. Here it is. Here it is. Aw, nice right click.
the Jet's really aggressive.
No,
with
what a KO molly.
And it looks like it's gonna be a 1v2 situation.
Yeah, and honestly, this is a pretty good situation for Marion, taking out 4 of our players, or 3 of our players right now, but popping those 2 ultimates and not getting any big value out of the chamber, only getting value out of the jet, who does
And
go
it
down
looks
right
like
there.
Denji's going to get that kill.
Yeah. Denji with 4 kills there brings up onto his null command. Yeah, we'll see what Marion can do, because it seems like they're just getting caught out flat-footed again. A little bit of miss utility, but great shots coming out from Troy. Being Troy on that jet, being the main main player onto this Marion team. We'll see what they can do with their jet, with the fade and Sova ult.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see how this is going to work. You know, they have 2 really well coordinated initiators, and we can see.
Yeah.
Bomb grenade out.
Looks like Benny Baby does know they're coming out. Does see the jet, but it just backs out smartly.
And this Jet is kind of seeing how, you know, aggression is kind of paid off in her favor, so it looks like she's going to be really aggressive on this push.
Oh,
But it
what
looks
a
like Mosey's going to
shot.
shut it down with the off shot.
Yeah, these smokes coming out from this brim is really interesting. I wouldn't expect to see that, because it does not cut out much from mid. You expect more of a CT, more of a market-esque smoke, but you definitely see more of just trying to cut off sight, but it's not
And it looks like the
fruition.
Gnome command is going to go down with Denji needing a res, and Troy's going to be holding lane. It's a...
Again, this jet on this Troy on this jet is just being really oppressive, but Tiffin with their teamwork is just really strong. Tiffin knowing where the spike is, knowing where the jet is, she needs to peek into them.
And it looks like
And
the
it comes down to the turret.
is ultimately going to get the kill there.
Yeah, again, just Tiffin playing this so smart, but again, some utility usage off of Marion just not really putting them ahead, just catching them out, making them where they have to play a little bit more passive. Sure, what their plan is to smoke, then stim and run in, but it doesn't cut off all of those angles, and Tiffin knows what angles to take.
Right. Troy's doing a beautiful job with just his jet entry, but it just doesn't look like the smokes are going to help them with their commitment onto a site.
And this time we'll see the Brimstone ult come out, and they do tag up Benny Baby. He has to give up sight, but so this is where you might see the first time Marion will get the plant down and play in a 5v5 retake. So we'll have to see.
This is going to be interesting to see, considering that
Oh,
Sova ult has now come
Sova ult
online.
gets popped so early. I don't think he'll catch anything. Brim ult comes into market, also doesn't catch anything. So right now they're 2 ults down. Honestly, not getting much out of their
It
ultimates.
looks like Brenner's going to get the kill.
Yeah, and they're stuck back in spawn. So no matter what, this is going to be a really good 5v3 retake. No one's in B main, and they know that because their draw out of Breno saw everything.
And it's interesting to see because
Oh,
these guys,
and all 3 of them are already dead. Just such fast aggression from Tiffin here. Just coming into an 8-0 right now.
And it's interesting to see because we see the other team just playing a lot of 1v1s and they're not necessarily holding the site. They're just more so trying to get control of outside of the site. You know, we saw that from like the peek on lane and the peek on stairs. It's just interesting to see.
Yeah, and definitely when we come to, and again, we have some experience. We go into site more CT, more of market, because they'll just rush out, and Tiffin just taking all the space that they're given, not giving up a single inch. Marion's just not sure what they can do, and the buys are just all over the place. They come in for a A push. We'll see if it's any better, but so far it's been...
He's going to be really aggressive here and get one pick, but ultimately get traded off.
And they get, because they're 1-for-1, they're probably going to play a little slow. Again, a Brimsmoke pushing in. They put a Brimsmoke in B main, but it's covered up by the Omen, so I don't think it's going to be very much taken advantage of.
And this Chamber's going to catch Mosey's just going to shut him down.
Yeah, and that was such a good play by Mosey, covering Bruno's back. But honestly, again, this utility usage is a little interesting coming out from Marion. Maybe a little bit of unexperience onto that Brimstone.
And it's just interesting to see these guys are going to stack up on A main, and it looks like they're going to try and decide on whether or not to commit, but ultimately looks like they're going to go through mid and try and get some mid control and maybe some picks. Yeah, but
again, you have Killjoy watching mid. I don't think they can really do much. I think they should save. I really think, depending on what guns they have, if they have Vandals, I don't think they should commit.
I think they're going to play off of the Fate ult if they don't get picked by this op, but they know the op is.
And they stand up and they line up, so no matter what, their Sova just took some extra poke damage from that Vandal shot. That was just a nice shot from Mosey. Again, Tiffin putting on an absolute showcase. Just again, with Ascent being one of our best maps and best well-trained strategies coming out from Breno here. He's definitely calling great strategies, great shot calling.
And it's interesting to see because it felt like the enemy team had thought that, you know, they'd rotate off, but it was just interesting to see that Breno made the call to stay, and it was ultimately just played out in their favor.
Yeah, and again, this time you will see Troy on the operator, but I personally, as an operator myself, I don't like attack op because I just feel like you put yourself too slow, and especially being on that jet, you need to be that entry, you need to play it. Oh, but Troy just got down, but actually, he doesn't have the operator, it might be on the chamber instead.
It looks like they're going to try and get tree control.
Does come over. Nice shot from Mosey again. Just opening up everything, and he sees the spike.
And Mosey with another pick.
Yeah, he tried pushing him off of the molly, but just missed out. Not well enough placed. And they don't check mid.
And it looks like
he does go down.
Going to be a Tiffin win.
This is the first, that's the first time Mosey's just been punished with the operator, but he already gets 2. He's done his job.
Right. Mosey's just so aggressive with that op, especially just peeking down B.
And we have 10-0 right now, so I believe there's 2 more rounds in this. So Marion might have to save here unless they lose out on on the last round.
And it's interesting to see because they've been holding these 3 ults, and you know their retakes, no matter if Marion gets on the site or not, their retake's going to be amazing.
Ooh, what drops so many tags. He gets 2.
He's going to get 2.
Oh, what a play from Breno. That was so huge. He tagged up 2. He actually tagged up 3 and got 2 kills. A little bit of whiffage there from Arrow does go down. Troy getting another one again, being a really big playmaker for Marion here. This is the first time Tiffin has been down players with that lockdown from the Killjoy. There it is. It's such a strong ultimate. It forces all of those defenders off the site, and it gives.
Mosey's gonna get a pick.
All these picks.
And Benny Baby's going to help with the retake.
Tiffin says no matter what.
Play.
Yeah, Tiffin says no matter what, we may be down, but we're not out. We're definitely gonna bring this in. This could be a 12-0 half.
And it's just it messes with their mental when we see Mosey peek, because it's just kind of a scramble and everybody wants to get to cover, and it kind of messes with their mental. So I feel like that also helped with Benny Baby and his peek on the 2.
Yeah, because sure, Benny Baby saw the person on Switch, and sure, they saw him, but right as they looked away, Mosey there just shot his partner. He has to turn for Mosey, and Benny Baby right there to capitalize. And again, these buys out from Marion on this last round is so all over the place. It looks like they've been a little bit weird with their buys.
And Mosey's going to hold
Here
this
it
really
is.
aggressively and almost trades with the chamber ult.
They both... Troy goes down, so their big playmaker, Denji with 2.
There's smokes.
And what a KO Molly. Mostly with another, and drops the spike. This just could be game. Oh, what
And
a
he gets
shot!
the kill
He's
through the
blind!
Can he get another kill? Oh,
No, but it's fine.
unfortunate.
That blind shot, he knew he's gonna peek right after it. Tiffin just on another level.
Match
This could be
point.
this could be it. This could be it. Marion has to win every round from now. And honestly, Tiffin's attack is really strong.
And it looks like they're gonna try and take mid and go on to B. You know, we've seen Tiffin and their aggressive pushes through mid. As soon as they get that mid control, they're just really aggressive. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they play that on the offense.
Yeah, and we'll see how we have to use the Killjoy, because Killjoy naturally being really defensive, really strong on the defense side, but just turning it around and seeing how she can use her utility for the offense. And as you see here, Mosey just putting on an absolute clinic, 20 and 5.
Yeah,
Are we
looks like they
suppressed some
know that one
Cubby?
straight.
Yeah, it looks like Marion just gave us a free mid. Tiffin, with just following the drone, just noticed, hey, no one's mid. We can take all of this control.
And it
But
looks
Troy
like it's
gets the first pick.
Looks like Denji's gonna try and catch somebody off guard, trying to rotate their mid, and ultimately
Alright.
Benny Baby gets picked off.
Alright, looks like they're trading a little bit in a 4v2 right now, so it looks like Marion may take their first round here.
Last player standing.
Alright, in a
Looks like it's going to be a
1v2, but
1v2 situation.
yeah, they have to, if they do not get together, because their Brim is half health, he will die to at least 2 shots from that ghost.
Right, and we've seen Ario just get these nice,
Arrow.
beautiful picks.
Yeah, John on this arrow, he's playing Omen so well. They don't know he wrapped around. Oh no, he heard the drop. Oh no, they're clearing everywhere but where he is. This could be huge.
Remaining.
Looks like
he
he's gonna
doesn't
try
know
and
he's
stick
sticking
it.
Okay.
It's unfortunate.
He
It was
almost
so
clutched it.
close.
That was so close. He heard the visual or the audio sound from them dropping. He knew both were on site. That almost was big from Tiffin there. This is where you'll see Marion gain a little bit of steam. They'll probably get the bonus. They'll buy probably Spectres, maybe a Vandal or so. This is where you see. But I foresee next round going pretty well for Tiffin. Looks like we are buying some sheriffs, getting some utility, getting some economy going. But again, Mosey got picked a little bit
traded
early.
off of the Marshall, and I just think that is somewhat of a confusing play because Mosey's been doing really well with like opping and marshalling, so it's just kind of interesting to see that they're gonna take him off of it just for
Oh
this
no,
round.
that jet does get tagged up. They know he's there. They just use the dash. This could be bad.
It looks like Troy's gonna pick off 3 or 2, and
This is good for
traded.
Tiffin. Good trades for Tiffin here.
Last player standing.
Right now,
gonna
be the
a
last
1v2
person.
situation.
This could be good for Tiffin here. He is full health in one person's half. Oh no, but that's okay. That's good. That's really good economy damage because again, next round, Tiffin comes in with Vandals / Phantoms, just full utility, full everything most likely, and Marion probably a little lower of a buy, keeping those guns that he used, but probably some sheriffs, maybe stingers, but they have to force because they cannot lose this round.
Right. And it's just going to be interesting to see. Looks like they're going to do a split push.
Yeah, this is smart because they don't want to give any guns to Marion because if one person gets picked off early, they could recover the gun. So this is really smart from Tiffin. Probably poking and prodding, playing for mid. Good utility usage, just clears off all of mid.
Looks like they're going to be playing really slow. Maybe possibly going for a default here.
Defaulting is where you just like take map control, take space, and just wait for your enemy to get aggressive. Oh, the chamber just barely misses it out. Probably heard that KO turret. The brimstone. The brimstone. Just a little bit. Again, a little bit of awareness. Just a little bit lacking onto that brimstone. Just getting him caught out every so often. We'll see. And Tiffin just getting good to take advantage of it. No, Marion has rotated 4 to that B site, leaving only the jet onto that tree site. If Tiffin knows this, they can go fast and get the plant down. Prowler does come out and clears mid, but honestly the Prowler usage was okay because they still have that chamber trip, not knowing if anyone got past it.
And I think Tiffin kind of knows that the entire team rotated off because it seems as though they kind of fast rotate whenever they hear utility or get contact of any sort.
There it is. Tiffin just fully going on to A. They notice. Oh no, Denji. Denji can be a big player. This could be huge if he gets behind them. All 4 are heaven. This is huge from Tiffin. Here comes the brimstone. Can Denji pick him up? He does. That's no smokes for them. Jet can be able to get out of his life.
But Denji's going to get picked off in tree.
Strangely enough, he doesn't pick up the Vandal. He got the pick mid and he didn't pick up the Vandal.
But Brendan's going to pick up 2.
This could be bad. This could be it. Tiffin with 4 players to 2. Marion has to get into this. Has to defuse. Honestly, Tiffin can just die. Tiffin can die to Spike. Because this will be the last round if they lose. One goes down. And there it is. Tiffin 13-2 victory. This was huge plays. As you see, GG is in the chat. That was huge and well played from Tiffin there. And we'll be right back with a post-game interview with most likely Breno. All right, and we're back with our IGL Bruno. What a showcase. What a way to start off our 2022 season. You're muted. You're muted, by the way. Yeah.
Okay. This one?
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, and again, what a way to start it out with the first ace of the season. What a play. What were your thoughts about the new players? We have fresh new talent on the market.
I do. I have freshman people to talk to teach and like to work with. First of all, thanks for everyone who watched the game. It was really fun to play. Thanks for the casters and everyone. About the new players, they're really open-minded. That's the only thing I was concerned about, is that the freshmen wouldn't be like open-minded and they want to play their own game. But we have Mosey and we have Denji, and they're really open to new ideas. When I brought something to them, every time I bring something to them, they're like, yeah, we can do that. Like, they're always really excited to do my strats, and like, because I built all the strats, so like I go to them and be like, hey, you really like it? Like, I ask them their input as well. So it's like, it's not having new players. These guys, I feel I play with these guys for like years.
Absolutely. So, unfortunately, because we didn't play last week because of Defiance bowing out, what did you do for the extra preparation for this Marion match?
With the bye on the past week, I think was really bad for us because I wanted to try stuff against a match. Unfortunately, they couldn't play, so we just understood and we're like, okay, guys, we have another match. I have another week to prepare. Let's make the maps we want to practice stronger, and then let's study the game. You know, I really like those guys because they study a lot the game and give me time to study the VCTs happening right now. So I can bring a lot of ideas from the VCT as well.
Now, one thing I'm looking forward to is, do you know who we're facing next week?
Who we're facing next week?
Oh, Northern, the team that knocked us out.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what we can bring in.
I'm excited as well. I mean, they're good people. They're a good team. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a really good game. It's gonna be hard for them. It's gonna be hard for us, but I'm expecting the best. I trust my teammates.
Yeah, now going back to that ace, that was looking so clean.
The ace was fire, right? I had my teammate just helped me. They gave me the callouts where people were, and I was just aiming basically. I just became a solo duelist over there.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Bruno. Again, wonderful start to our season. I'm really looking forward to what we can have going on, and thank you so much.
Thank you guys for the support.
And again,
Awesome.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back at 3 o'clock for League of Legends, which I most likely will be casting as well. And again, next week, same time, same place, we'll face Ohio Northern.
Vamos!